the East Cocalico Police Department on August the 2nd, late Saturday night, under charge of Detective Keith Neff, charged Michael Roseboro, 41 years of age, with 1 count of criminal homicide for the murder of his wife, Jan Roseboro, who was 45 at the time. He's charged with causing the death of Jan Roseboro at his residence on July 22nd, 2008, by inflicting multiple traumatic injuries, to include strangulation and drowning. District Justice Woolworth approved the warrant to arrest the defendant that night, and he was taken into custody shortly thereafter by members of the East Cocalico Police Department. He's being held in Lancaster County Prison without bail, pending a preliminary hearing which has yet to be scheduled by District Justice Hamill. We have no evidence whatsoever that there were any other participants in this crime, and no further arrests are expected at this point. The maximum penalty that he faces is life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. I'll be honest, we have not looked at the death penalty considerations. We'll do that at a later time. I do want to extend my thanks and appreciation to a number of individuals and agencies in this case. This was an intensive investigation, and a lot of man hours went into it. Sergeant Martin essentially was working around the clock on this case, and I'm proud of the East Cocalico Police Department and the work that they did in putting in the extra time and commitment to lead to this arrest. In addition to them, there was assistance provided, and they deserve commendation by the Lancaster County Major Crimes Unit. A number of detectives from a number of municipalities provided critical assistance to this case. Chief County Detective Mike Landis, leading the county detectives, essentially dropped everything that they were doing, and they were working on a number of major investigations to go out and assist in this, and provided essentially round-the-clock assistance. Scott Eelman, who's with the East Lampeter Township Police Department, detective out there, who's the head of the Major Crimes Unit forensic team, also provided critical assistance and work on this case. And I want to thank the staff of East Cocalico Police Department as well for making our job a lot easier. Obviously, this is a extremely solemn time, a very serious case. We have a terrible tragedy, and on top of all the criminal charges here, you have 4 children, 3 of which are minors, who have lost their mother because of the choices of their father. Our condolences go out to Jan Roseboro's family and friends in this time. And you've had an opportunity to look at the affidavit, and you can read the name of the individual who provided information to us about the affair. And I want to remind you as members of the media that she's a real person and has admitted what some would say, she would say, is wrong in this case. She's going through a very difficult time, and you can do what you will. I would ask you to respect her privacy in this and allow her to continue to cooperate with law enforcement. She's come forward. The statement's clear. That's my request. Obviously, it's up to you what you do with that. I think those are all the comments, the prepared comments that I have. I'll open to questions.
How critical was the fact that she came forward as far as moving the investigation forward?
Well, as we filed, it provides motive for this case, as they put in the affidavit, that we didn't have before that necessarily. So, yeah, it would be critical to the affidavit.
And she came forward out of the blue, called the DA's office, called someone. How did that take
I believe she called East Cocalico Police Department.
How long have you
actually got information?
Okay. I guess I'll withdraw that comment. I'm not sure. Well, I don't know the exact. She came forward and stepped to the plate.
You said earlier that there were family members who were uncooperative. Have they since become cooperative, or how did that play out?
In this case, as I said before, in any murder case, when you have someone murdered in their residence, for us to solve it, it's vital that we have access and honesty to the people that were close to the victim. See who they were in contact with, were there any ongoing problems. It's called victimology. And also maybe they witnessed something. We made efforts to communicate with those people in this case, and some are more cooperative than others. And I think I'll defer any further comment on that at this time.
Was there a reason you put out there that there was an extramarital affair prior to any charges being filed against Mr. Roseboro?
Well, it would be public record, and I mean, there's always a balance between what we conceal and what is public record. We released what we felt we could release when we released it, when we felt that we had enough information that we did not believe her safety was any longer in danger. We needed to seal it until we were confident with that. Other than that, I mean, you guys know more than me. The media should have access to most documents that are filed in criminal court. It's extraordinary when we do take the step to seal it. In this case, it was appropriate for some time period, and that's why now the information's out. Mr. Roseboro's been arrested, so we feel the danger has been reduced. But in that particular case,
What time was that?
I was asking, was that any effort to get people to become cooperative, to put that information out there?
A member of one newspaper had learned we had executed that search warrant and had contacted me directly asking for access to it. From past experiences with the Kreider case, what had seemed to work well with our relationship with the public's right to know and also the balancing of public safety, we felt that this was a good compromise to release the information that we were comfortable in releasing that would not endanger anybody's well-being, and yet the public had a right to know. And so when I probably, I don't know, hypothetically, I don't know, but I'm telling you, a member of the media from the New Era actually contacted me. She learned through a civilian, is what I was told, that the warrant had been executed at the funeral home. I don't know how she got that information, but she did, and she asked me for the warrant, and other members of the media in the past have threatened to go to court to have stuff released. I felt it was a better option once we were sure of safety to go ahead and release it, Mr. Hart.
The Angie and Randall have they been their alibi? Angie's has an alibi other than Randall, or is there?
That's not in the public record, so I can't comment on it.
What time Saturday night was he taken into custody?
I could stand corrected to it if my memory serves me correctly. It's probably sometime around 11 p.m.
At his home?
At his parents' home.
At his parents' home. Did he resist?
It went smooth.
The only thing I'll say in response to that is one of the things that we had to do in cases like this, when there is no direct eyewitness, is look at other potential suspects and confirm their whereabouts.
Craig had mentioned that it was a very intense investigation.
Can we slide the microphones over to him? Just slide over the mic.
Can you kind of take us through the course of the investigation and how difficult it was piecing everything together, a case together against Mr. Roosevelt?
The one thing, what I feel comfortable and how I feel comfortable answering that, it was a long investigation, and we got complete cooperation from other agencies who assisted us, that being the Major Crime Unit, and also from the District Attorney's Office, and I felt we worked well together as a team, and it was a lot of work, but it went well because it was a team effort.
This isn't your traditional investigation, though, where you have eyewitnesses and so forth, though, right?
Correct, and it took some investigation. That's why it's nice to have other agencies assist us.
Can you go through the night of the murder, how you believe things occurred?
Not at this time. I'm not comfortable to answer that.